There is a fifth dimension beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension known as real estate in New Braunfels. It's an area which we now call the Twilight Zone. All right, a little dramatic there, but really there's no other way to explain the housing market that we're in right now in New Braunfels. I mean, how do you explain this? Our latest housing market report, New Braunfels, our median sales price, look at this, it's almost at $300,000. You know, a few years ago, you could have bought a house here in New Braunfels for the low twos and around $200,000, and now we're almost at $300,000. It is Twilight Zone, I'm telling you. That's $7,000 more than last month, and that median sales price is almost $50,000 more than last year at this time. Our available homes for sale on the market, here's a big reason, has plummeted by 70%. So if I had 10 homes, now I only have 3 homes to sell. Meanwhile, the number of closed sales has increased by 50%. So our housing market in New Braunfels is out of control. So we're going to talk about that today, and more importantly, why it's happening, and do I think this is going to continue? Should you buy a home in 2021, or should you maybe wait until 2022? On top of those increased prices, some of our production builders here in town, here in New Braunfels, have added a clause to their contract that basically says that they can raise the price on you after you've gone under contract agreeing to a price. So that escalation clause gives the builder the right to increase your price if the builder's cost of materials go up. Then you, as the buyer, you have 7 days to accept or decline the increase. If you say no and you decline the increase, you're going to lose the house. I mean, so you're holding your breath for 4 or 5 months after you sign a contract, hoping home materials don't go up in price. It used to be a piece of cake to walk into a production builder, sit down, sign a contract, and control the cost. Everything's boom, that's the price you're going to pay in the end, that's it. Not anymore. In fact, production builders have taken away all design center incentives. And at least one local builder is requiring you to spend between $30,000 and $70,000 worth of upgrades with your base price. See this? I sat down the other day with a builder rep to find out the cost for this house for clients. It's 3 beds, 2.5 baths, 2,000 square feet, and it starts at $380,000. Plus add another $8,000 to $20,000 for the lot premium, plus another $50,000 in builder required upgrades. We just talked about those that you have to pay. So that house you wanted for under $400,000, good luck. It's now closer to $450,000. You guys know, I'd rather do the sunshine and lollipop videos, the lifestyle videos of New Braunfels, about living in New Braunfels, but this stuff is just too important. You can't ignore it because it's a part of living in New Braunfels, and it's a part of cost of living in New Braunfels, and housing is the biggest factor in cost of living. So home sales price in New Braunfels is up sharply. Supply and demand, super low supply of homes of inventory on the market, like 3 weeks in New Braunfels, and super high demand of buyers in the market right now. So why is this happening, and can we get it back under control? This is a big reason why it's happening. Lumber prices. Lumber is closing out right now at all-time highs of around $1,600. That's up 5 times, 5x from pre-pandemic when it was around $300. $300 to $1,600. So what caused the spike? Obviously the pandemic, the lockdown happened, business shut down, and that included the entire lumber industry. So this shut down supply. But places like Home Depot and Lowe's were open during this time because they're considered essential business. And people started doing DIY projects on their houses. So more of the lumber supply was sucked up without any new lumber coming along. And the government pumped more money into the economy, and interest rates were at all-time lows. And boom, went the housing market in New Braunfels. People buying homes here, realizing they can move to other states because they can now work remotely. Then we had, and still have, people staying in place, not selling. And this is what that looks like. One for sale sign on an entire block. So low inventory, a lot of buyers, causes the prices to just shoot up. Remember, we have 70% fewer, this is just ridiculous, 70% fewer active listings on the market right now than we did last year at this time when we were in the middle of a pandemic. And we have today fewer homes on the market right now than back then. And when that happens, that causes people to want to build new construction. But production builders can only build so fast because of the shortage of lumber and the shortage of workers. Plus, there's tariffs on lumber from Canada right now, which is typically the lumber of choice for framing a house. So this and this, the new Braunfels factor, is what's causing our market here in New Braunfels to spin out of control. The new Braunfels factor being our location between Austin and San Antonio, our outdoor active lifestyle, our rivers, lakes, water park, hiking and biking trails, parks, our old world charm in downtown New Braunfels, and in our historic district of Green, our restaurants reflecting our German and Hispanic heritages, our live music, activities, year-round events, strong schools, hill country, friendly people, close proximity to hill country darlings, Bernie and Fredericksburg. Freedom, like-minded people, why people move to New Braunfels. So what will happen next? I think a lot of this is pandemic related. So as we pull out of this pandemic a little bit more, I think we're going to see more people come out and list their homes to sell. So we could see an increase in inventory in New Braunfels, and that would be fantastic. And maybe, just maybe, that'll cause a leveling off of pricing, which means that fewer people will want to build, which means prices will stabilize. And that's why I think we're going to get back to a new normal, somewhere between the crazy high prices we're at today and where we were at pre-pandemic stage. So we'll see some relief. Should you buy? Should you sell? Should you wait? Should you go? What should you do right now? If you're a seller, you know the answer. Our inventory is next to nothing. We have almost no houses in New Braunfels, so you're going to get top dollar. As a buyer, interest rates are still relatively low, so money is relatively cheap. You can afford more house. If you're a buyer and you want to win in this market, make sure to watch this video on the winning hand. What's your experience in this market? Did you buy? Did you sell? Are you moving here? Did you move from here? Let us know in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos about living in New Braunfels, just hit that subscribe button there to get notified every week, because we have new videos every single week. If you're thinking about moving to New Braunfels, I'd love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can email me, you can call me, you can throw me a text. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. We'll see you on the next one.